Schindler has a chance to write his name in Huddersfield Town legend. And he takes that chance!
No one likes us, we don't care. And that's just what me and Tom have to say about all the listeners. Ha ha ha. It's the warm-up episode 105. It's Brady and Tom, and we're previewing the Millwall game. Tom, you're back. How are you doing?
I'm back. I'm raring to go. Brady. Yeah, I'm fine. It's really hard to be positive now. I'm thinking back, I have been quite positive all season, but I think I've finally hit the kind of bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? But you know, you had that lovely intro to come back to, so that'll surely perk you up.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I look forward to these days.
Good man. Well, you know, this podcast does regularly turn into group therapy about town. But yeah, we are going to talk about the Millwall game. But before we do, because we are a preview show, last night there was a game against Norwich City, a 1-1 draw. And we'll go live to our match correspondent, Richard Kosmala, and here's what he had to say about the match.
So I'm literally penning this 10 minutes after the final, so maybe not even that, but yeah, so frustrating. I thought the first half we were absolutely pathetic, to be honest with you. It looked like we'd given up. It looked like, it felt to me that like we were in administration tomorrow, which is Thursday. I don't know when this podcast is going to come out, but it looked like we were done. And the players played like it, to be honest with you. We were pathetic the first half. Norwich obviously got in front, and I've got to be honest, I wasn't really asked coming back into the ground second half, having a bit at half time. We were so poor, and obviously out of nothing, Magon lobs the Norwich keeper. But even then, you know, there was no real appetite whether to go on and win it. It would just like do the bits, do the minimum. Honestly, if I were a Norwich fan, I'd be absolutely gutted with that. If you're going to get into the playoffs, you've got to win that, haven't you? 1-0 up against a team that were just pretty much done. And they just, they never really followed it through. But, I mean, the crowd's so poor. I mean, in the bars before the game, it's always a good gauge, isn't it? Going to Huddersfield Centre before the game, and the Vulcan, in like Harvest, there was no one there. And I expected 8,000, I think I was kind of calling it on our social media, but WhatsApp group, but well, even that, to be honest with you. But it's upsetting really to see how it's come to that, but it just shows, doesn't it, with a minimum effort that we can scramble a draw against team aiming for the playoffs. But it makes you wonder what we could do against teams worse than that. But honestly, I've just got no affinity with a lot of these players. I get there's been numerous coaches, numerous issues, numerous messages, and it looked like a team who was just like thinking to me, bollocks to that, I can't be arsed anymore. And yeah, I don't know where the goal come from, to be honest with you. It came out of nothing, but Wagon obviously not going to be around next season, kind of a journeyman player, but just makes me sad really. Just coming across tonight, came across with 4 Norwich, well, in inverted commas, fans, 2 Norwich fans, a couple of like for work with me, but I was just painting a dismal picture of Huddersfield Town for them and that as well. And honestly, just a ghost town, the town centre, and you just feel so sad really. Obviously 2017 we had that opportunity to kind of maybe, I don't know about cement, but really create a bit of a legacy. But back to square one. I don't think there were 8,000 there tonight. Be interesting to see what the crowd was. Obviously the real crowd, not the one that was given. But yeah, so disappointing. Just don't feel like, there's a lot of players that I'd want to stay there. Hellick maybe, Nichols, can't see him wanting to be around like League One, but after that you're really struggling. And yeah, so disappointing. But you just said it all, didn't it? We got that goal, didn't we? 20 minutes to go, maybe even earlier than that. But they never looked like getting another one. we were shit, and that's been the same all season. And the people that stayed away, I can't blame any of them. You know, I'd like to be angry at him. I'd like to throw my ire at him. You know, you were there in the Premier League, where are you tonight? But who can blame anyone who don't want to come tonight? Pouring rain, the team's dog dirt, kind of giving up. Yeah, we're almost like kind of default. We got back in the game, but after that, poor. But I think if I'm a Norwich fan, I'm more disappointed than Huddersfield tonight. Surely you've got to think you're going to take that on 2-3-0 at half time, but Huddersfield, yeah, I think I'm more about luck by anything really that they came back into it, but yeah, it's so gutting. So yeah, we're just dying a slow death, and who knows what tomorrow will bring. Maybe administration. By the time you listen to this, it might even be that, to be honest with you, but it's gutting, you know. I remember being in there, I were in the Vulcan before the game, and I was saying to some of the Norwich guys, we were in it against, after Man United, we'd beaten them 2-1. The place was rocking, there were DJ, we were partying, we were kind of on the stage, and what is it, 5-6 years later, Port Vale, Shrewsbury, Exeter, it's happening, and breaks your heart really, but you know what, the powers that be of Huddersfield Town, they'll move on, won't they? But the fans, they can't move on. This is their club, this is what we live for, and yeah, we just hope for brighter days, but so disappointing. But yeah, a point, but yeah, we're going down and we know it.
Huddersfield Town 1, Norwich City 1. So we've heard from Cozzy. First appearance on the warm-up, by the way. There you go.
Yeah.
And many more. Tom, what are your thoughts on the game last night? I'm in a weird mood, clearly, so you talk for a bit.
Yeah. I mean, it was a point on it. I think they were really good in first. Well, were they really good or were we just really bad? I don't know. I mean, they could have been 3-0 up at half time, to be honest. But that second half, we were all right, I thought. We were all right. There's just certain decisions that are just wrong. And that kind of last 10 minutes, we did give it a go. And prime example, and Warnock kind of hinted on it in his presser before, saying Rudoni's maybe trying a bit too hard at the moment for a goal. And it was just that kind of decision-making where he picks it up on the edge of the box. He's got, I think it was Simpson and maybe Diarra. Did Diarra come on last night? I can't remember. But Simpson was right in front of him, and then I think Diarra was out on the left. And the marking on Simpson was terrible, and all he really has to do is play it into his feet. I mean, can Simpson turn and shoot there? I don't know, because we haven't really seen his quality yet. But he doesn't. He has a shot and it just goes over. And it's just little things like that this season have added to our woes. Is just simple decisions, playing it simple, play the ball to feet, get it moved quick. But look, it's a point in it, and I think the tactic Warnock is playing now for the rest of the season is kind of pretty much play for a point for 80 minutes. And then if he thinks he can go for it in the last 10. Which I don't think is terrible. I still think it's probably 15, 16 points we need. What have we got left? 9 games.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's...
Should know this.
Do you know what I mean? For two wins, yeah. 3 wins and 6 draws would be good, wouldn't we?
Yes, yeah, you're right. 9 games. So everyone in the league's played 37, and like you said before we recorded, we're only 6 points off still.
I know that's. I think that's kind of the frustrating thing, but that it's still not that. Yeah, can you see Cardiff going on a kind of really good run? Can you see Rotherham going on a really good run where then they're not kind of untouchable? Probably not. So. And I think it's frustrating in that sense what we've got left, and maybe you'd hope to see Town going for it a bit more. But it's even more frustrating, Brady. I remember back to that when we had that run of games and we were like, this is a key. And what did we pick up from that? Probably like 4 points, it feels like, maybe, from about 5 or 6 important games.
Yeah.
Yeah, ifs and buts, innit?
Yeah, I mean, the fact is, we talk about stats and stuff, but to be old football man, here's one stat for you. Who's lost the most games in the league this season? Huddersfield Town. It's not looking good. I think, to be honest, there wasn't, and Cosy touched on it in his little report, but there was barely any people at the game, and I couldn't make it for kind of a work thing, but just I think the thing is I didn't know anyone apart from Cosy who was going, and I think that's damning. And it's not even that people are angry. I think just people are kind of resigned and a bit fed up. And that's a dangerous thing, I think, for a football club. And I know we keep talking about play a final, but I just have to keep repeating it because it's just awful. It's just awful mismanagement. But we should be really, really cut adrift. To be honest, we should be bottom. We're not now. We're 23rd, so climbing. Can only get better. The only way is up. Yeah, we should be well cut adrift, but we're not. So who knows? I don't know. It just seems like a confidence thing for me. That's what I saw against Coventry. As soon as they make that mistake, we just fall apart. As soon as we scored that goal from last night, you do see them kind of kick into gear and actually, we can score. Oh, we're doing all right. But
yeah,
I am surprised we've not seen a big uplift, Tom. Are you from Warnock? I think that's kind of the murmurs. People are like, I'd expect that boost. I mean, I know we won against Birmingham, but not really seen it, have we?
No, I think kind of what you touch on there, though, Brady, the confidence of stuff. And I do think the last 2 or 3 performances has got to give them a bit of a lift, because I don't think we were particularly bad against West Brom either. I mean, Bristol, it's too late in the season at the end of the day to be saying this. And I think Warnock's coming in, it's a terribly difficult job. The confidence must have been so low. I think his main thing is trying to get them to feel like they can compete. And I think when they grow into games, and I mean the 2-4-0ers don't help, do they? But I've hopefully these last 3 where they have been in the games, they've not got whacked. They've picked up 2 points from 3. I mean, but not lost. Do you know what I mean? There's only lost 1-0 to West Brom, and really, Town should have actually, looking at that game, I think Town should have really got a point from it. I think we had some decent chances. I don't think West Brom particularly created too much. So, and I when I was listening to the other podcast, U2BR, I think Dave kind of touched on it, and it's spot on. It's like I guess this is a problem with having 3 managers in a season. We're almost replicating what Fotheringham came in and did at the start, starting from the back and making sure we can be solid. Problem is, it's a bit too late for that. So, yeah, I did kind of expect him to come in and almost be more of a motivator rather than a tactician. But I think the problem is it runs deeper than that for Town this season. The problems aren't just their belief, really. It's their ability as well.
Yeah. No, you're spot on. And the game against Millwall on Saturday, so we'll come on to that now. They're 6th in the table on 60 points, which is 27 more points than the Terriers. They've lost just once in their last 6 games, and they've only lost once in their last 10 home games, which was a 3-2 defeat to Norwich. Tom, they're flying high. Do you have any hope in this one? Like you say, we have been a bit more defensively solid, but they're on a run. But then I know you, Mr. Positive, you're always like, well, runs have got to come to an end.
They have, and it's Millwall away and it's Warnock, so that's kind of that's one of my positives at the top of my list. That's kind of about it, though. There probably won't be a lot of fans down there because of the train strikes. I mean, I was going to hopefully go, but as you'll hear in my report, view from the other side that was in person this time, Brady. I'm not going to end up going, which might be a blessing in disguise, but you never know, do you? So I don't know, Brady. I think Warnock will be targeting the draw. That's what he'll be saying. Right, let's not lose the game.
Yeah.
And it's a point. It's another point on the board, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I wouldn't be against that, to be honest. Like you say, even I think Stephen Chicken talked about it if we're talking about other podcasts, but he was like, even last season, picking up a point, averaging a point per game in your away games is pretty good,
Yeah.
I mean, I know everyone talks about how the fixtures are tough, and we'll see how it goes, but, we talk about that 6-point gap. We've got Swansea away. We've got Cardiff away and got Reading at home, I think. And, Sunderland away, they can be a bit inconsistent.
Yeah.
We talked about Sheffield United at home. They might be on the piss by then if they've got promoted.
Yeah.
I don't know. Weirdly, I don't think it's the only issue. I think the issue is just about other teams and whether they'll pick up points.
Yeah.
But, it isn't done yet, is it?
No, I agree. Yeah. I think this chunk, so this game, Millwall, this was your hard chunk almost from Burnley to Millwall.
Yeah.
Some really informed, good teams there. I mean, these lot are great. Rowett's done an amazing job. Another great example of giving a manager time. Because they're not the most like well-backed club in sense of finances. He's just brought in players that he kind of knows are gonna do a good job, and then they've done some really good scouting recruitment from lads abroad and stuff as well. It's a great model. Yeah. And I actually wouldn't mind seeing them going up. I wouldn't mind them or Luton to go up just to kind of shake the Premier League up a bit. Do you know what I mean as well?
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it, that like Millwall haven't been in the Prem. They feel like a team because they've always, like you say, in terms of the playoffs, they've always been knocking on the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, you talked about Millwall and how good they are. But like you say, you had your in-person chat, didn't you, with a Millwall fan? So talk to us about it, Tom.
Yeah, so I was in the pub last night, and I reluctantly went there with a Millwall fan, my mate Jack, and I had a chat with him about the upcoming game. Right, I'm here with Jack Skilton, Millwall fan. It's me, Tom, from the pod. We're just going to really give him a quick firing round, 3 questions. Quick backstory, me and Jack were actually going to go to this game on Saturday together. I was going to travel there with a Millwall fan. But fortunately for town, for me, I think, there's massive train strikes, and it would actually almost take, I've had a look, us as long from Folkestone to get to Millwall as it would normally getting from Folkestone to Huddersfield. What do you think about that?
It doesn't surprise me. And at least you're not going to watch your team get battered now.
Ooh, someone's confident. We are shite. But so, Jack, how is the season going? Quickly, sum it up.
Millwall's flying. Win after win after win. I honestly think this is probably the best I've ever known Millwall to play. And that's honest to God. We are consistently scoring, consistently winning. 5th now, clear by 5 points out of I think 5 points to 7th now. I honestly think playoffs is a no-brainer, and I say it every year, but honestly, God, playoff finals, we're winning it. If we go to the playoffs, we're winning the playoffs. 1,000%.
You are having an amazing season, and there's a few players in there that really stand out. There's a couple of players that annoy me because they were on Town's transfer list at the start of the summer. Do you know, mainly Fleming.
Yeah.
But who's been stand out for you at the moment, especially these last few weeks?
You've got to hate it. It's Tom Bradshaw. He's insane. He's scored so many. He's just been called up for the Welsh squad as well. So he's going to there now to go play international football. But he is literally on form. Him and I can never say his surname, Volt Slammer. I think he is really good as well. But Tom Bradshaw has been banging goals in left, right and centre.
What's he even on now this season, do you know?
I don't know, he's got to be in the 30s. I think it's probably in the 30s he's got. He's been like banging. He even scored an own goal. He's scoring goals in our goal as well. He's that good. But no, he is a force to be reckoned with. If we don't go up, we have to keep him. Right, to be fair, I don't think he's Prem quality though. No, he'd come up with us and stay with us. But I fear if we don't go up this season, he'll look for another club.
What, in the Championship?
Yeah. A clear opportunity in the Champions League.
I've always wanted him. I've always, especially when he's at Walsall, I just wanted him to sign for Town just because it was my name.
He is. I mean, it is funny every time I see Tom Bradshaw scored.
So just to clarify here, Jack thought he'd scored 30 goals in the season. He scored 14 goals, so halfway there.
It just sounds like I get
He
excited.
has played 30 games.
I get
He's won in every 2.
There you go. I get excited about him. He's just unreal. And like I said, it's because every time I see Tom Bradshaw scored, I think of you. And I think,
That's nice.
there you go. He's going to score a hat trick against you.
But yeah, no, and I'm just gonna hate life at that moment in time. So right, let's go through that. You're doing well. You think you're going to go up. Tom Bradshaw's in form. What do you think the score will be this coming Saturday?
I feel like last time I was on this, I jinxed us and you actually beat
Yeah, and we beat you 1-0.
Yeah, so I'm cautious. I reckon we're at home. You're doing terrible. We're doing really good. I reckon, do you know, I'm going to go full out there. I reckon a 4-1.
4-1?
Yeah.
You having a laugh?
4-1. We got dominated by Swansea the other day and we still won. I don't think you're going to bring it. Yeah, 4-1.
Fair enough, Jack. I like. I'm envious of your confidence. Why is Michael Owen trying to interrupt us here tonight? It's really rude. Like, we're trying to do a Huddersfield Town podcast and Michael Owen's in the background being an absolute little prick. Anyway, thanks, Jack. See you later.
There we go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, look, he's so happy and confident with how it's going at the moment. He says it's a really good atmosphere around the Den as well, which is really envious. I'm just envious of him. It sounds great. And I honestly, to be fair to them, I do think they get. I mean, every club has got their kind of bad apples, but they get bad rep. But whenever, especially in the Prem season, we always seem to overlap with Millwall fans, and the ones that I met were proper sound. They're almost the only proper last London club as well. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't mind seeing them go up. It'd be quite funny.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, Tom, stop being nice about them. Let's take a break.
Yeah.
You need to get your act in order. Okay, we're back. Can you hear that rustling? It's all those letters we've got in the metaphorical mailbag. Let's get them open.
You've got mail.
We've got a lack of questions for the mailbag because, let's be honest, there's a lot to talk about. There's not a lot of great things to talk about. However, even though we're saying we don't think it's over yet, weirdly, Foxbat asks, what should our retain list be for League One?
Yeah.
So, Tom, I'm going to run through the current first team.
Yeah.
I'm going to name you all the players, and you can say retain. If they're on a loan spell, you can say extend, or don't think you're going to extend, or get rid.
Yeah.
So, are you ready?
Right. Yeah, I'll try be as realistic as possible as well. I'll have them. Yeah, and I'm just going to say retain. I'm not going to go into it, but I'm going to think realistically. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thomas Vaslick.
Done. He won't stay. Anyway. Yeah.
Lee Nichols.
Try keep as much as possible, but doubt it.
Yeah. Ryan Schofield, out of contract in the summer.
Let him go.
Yeah. Jordan Smith on loan
Let him
from
go.
Forest.
No, see you later. Yeah.
Ollie Turton.
Retain, yeah. Keep him.
Matty Pearson.
Yeah, retain as well.
Big Boyley.
Interesting one. I'd keep him, yeah. I'd keep him for League One.
Yeah. The Josh Ruffles.
Same again. I'd keep him for League One.
Okay. I mean, we're going to need to keep some players.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Romani Edmonds Green.
I'd let Reg go.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I'd keep him because he's done it in League One. Oh, okay. I think that's what we call a little debate.
Do you want to? Should I do a quick? I just think his attitude is just a bit. He never at the start of the season, that kind of, he should have been fighting for that place and he wasn't. And for me, I think he needs to go to another club to progress, basically.
Okay. I think if we were going to be in League One, I think he'd be really good. So I'd keep him and just start him, 'cause I think that's the thing.
I'm not saying he wouldn't be good in a League One team, Brady. I just think at Town, it's like with Schofield. I just think some players have got to their time at a club's come to an end. It's kind of gone. Do you know what I mean? For their perspective, if they want to progress in their careers, maybe they've got to move on.
Yeah, fair. Look at us having a little Reg debate. Okay, move on. Tom Lees.
See you later, Tom. Sorry.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Yuta Nakayama. I think he only stays if he's still injured, really, and he can't get a move.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd love to keep him, but I doubt he's staying.
Yeah. Matt Loughton.
No.
On loan. No.
I wouldn't try go back for him. No.
Fair. Mikhail Helik.
I mean, same as Nakayama. I'd be surprised if we kept hold of him. He might be one of our only sellable assets at the end of the season, to be fair.
Yeah, fair. Okay, we'll move on to midfielders. Jonathan Hogg.
I'm keeping him in League One. Look, to be honest, I'd probably get a few pelters for this, but I'm letting him finish his career at Town, regardless. Basically, I see he's going to do a Mark Hudson potential if he wants it. Do you know what I mean? If he wants to go into coaching, then it's got to be with Town for me.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Sorba Thomas, obviously out on loan. I think he's probably gone.
I don't know how. I mean, because it sounds like Blackburn want him. So if
and the fans really like him.
If Blackburn want him, he's going to want to go. Town are going to have to sell.
Yeah.
If he was having a pretty naff time at Blackburn, then maybe you could be like, oh, maybe we'll get Sorba in League One. But yeah, it's gone, which is a massive shame. Absolutely. Yeah. That's possibly one of the most scandalous decisions this season, that.
Yeah.
But again, we might actually get money for him.
Yeah, true. Tino Anjorin, obviously. Remember him? That loan player that's not played fairly.
Oh, Tino would be so good in that league. But it's 2 seasons now where he's not cut it physically, keeping fit. So, no.
Yeah, fair. Josh Koroma.
I'd keep Josh. I'd actually offer Josh Koroma a 1-year extension on his contract to play in League One for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'd agree actually. Conor Mahoney.
I've not seen enough, to be fair. So I don't know what his deal is. If he's on a 1 year, then probably not keep him about. I wouldn't be actively trying to sell him though, probably, because I don't think he's really. Yeah.
He's barely played, hasn't he?
Exactly. So I wouldn't know, Brady.
Okay, Scott High. Wonder what you think about that.
I'm keeping Scott High all day long.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He'd be great. Okay. He's going to be great in League One, Scott High.
He's played in League One as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Joseph Hungbo, obviously on loan.
If somehow Town could sort a deal out for him, he'd be a good asset. I think even in Championship or League One. So I'd try to buy him. I don't know if you could keep him.
Yeah, fair. David Katsumi.
Yeah, he's staying because he's got that experience down there. Some of these signings, right, this year, it's almost like we were preparing for this. We've got so many experienced League One players.
Oh, conspiracy theory, yeah? Dwayne Holmes, we talked about him earlier. I think you'd like to keep him.
I would, but I doubt he'll stay for League One.
Yeah, cool. Aaron Rowe, out on loan.
Interesting one. I don't know. Send him out on loan again. Keep him. I won't really get rid of him. Because I think there's a player in there. It's
weird, isn't it? He's not really played that much.
Yeah, I know.
Rodoni, keep him. Guessing.
Keep him. Yeah.
Yeah, Kamara.
I don't know if he'd stay, but I'd keep him. But I don't think he will stay. So sell him.
Rolando Aaron's out of contract. I'm guessing that's
he's gone. No, keep him. Put him up front.
Just to annoy Matt.
He's gone.
Anthony Knockout.
No, sorry, Anthony.
Okay, cool. All right, final ones. 5 left strikers. Jordan Rhodes.
Right, I'm having an absolute clear out of strikers. So Rhodes, see ya.
Oh, really? Danny
Yeah.
Ward,
Yeah, see you, Danny.
Tyrese Simpson,
Keep him.
Florian Canberra,
See ya.
Martin Waghorn.
So I was thinking about this. I would actually potentially think about keeping him for League One. Of the strikers we've got now, the senior strikers, if I had to pick one, it'd be him to keep around. I doubt Coventry are going to want to have him next year. I don't know what his contract situation is there. If you could pick him up on a free, he'd do a job for us down there.
Do you know what? Completely agree with you. I know he's not the most inspiring, but you've got to remember if we are going to League One, it's it's a difficult league. And you look at like David McGoldrick at Derby. Yeah. I think he would be a useful player. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, there we go. That's all of them. There's some other B team players in there, but we can come on to them. I just went on the first team, so there we go. Carl Hudlin as well. Just on that, I'd keep him just for the novelty.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Right. We got some questions in the mailbag about Dean Hoyle and stuff like that, but I think just given with to be honest, obviously we know about the rumours of administration and owners and all that stuff. So I think this isn't a topic that's going to go away. So the rumoured deadline is next Thursday for administration. So I think let's probably talk about it. It's not like we're not going to have a chance to talk about it. So I think we'll move on and come on to You're the Boss. So Tom, you're in charge. You're going down to the den. The den. May God have mercy on us all. So the lineup last night was a 4-4-2. It was according to Surface Score, Thomas Vasilic in goal, Reg, Lees, Hellig and Ruffles as your back four. And then you had Karoma, Hogg, Radoni and Jackson. Oh, Ben Jackson, actually, would you keep him?
Oh, yeah. Basically, I'd keep all the young lads, most of the academy lads. Reg isn't young anymore. That's kind of also one of my Reg points. You still think he's one of the young lads, but he actually isn't. Anyway, sorry, Brady, I'm going back. Here we go.
No, it's fine. Yeah. It's fine. You're going back, but we'll move forward. And we've got Waghorn and Ward up front. Tom, what would you make any changes to that lineup, or would you keep same team?
I would probably keep it the same. I'd keep Reg in. I would keep Reg in because I just don't think Mike Pearson's a right back. I'd maybe even put Pearson in for Lees. I think Lees has had a bad season.
I think he needs a break as well. Do you know what I mean?
I'd maybe put Pearson in for Lees. I'd keep that back four, keep the keeper. I think Vasilic has actually showing why he was so good a few years ago. And it has helped us. Getting that call now, Brady. I think it's Warnock. Just a second.
No worries.
Hi, Neil. I'm just checking where we are on Saturday.
We're in London, aren't we?
All right, mate. Thanks very much. See you then. So Neil sends his love there, Brady. He's all good. So I think we were just on the midfield there now. And I'd probably go similar. I thought Jackson was pretty solid again. I think Josh Karoma's he's not as threatening as the first Carlos season, but he's definitely better than he was at the start of this season when he was playing in the end of last season. And then Waghorn and Ward, I thought were trouble. Waghorn especially, I think Martin Waghorn has actually been one of our better forwards for the last few games. So yeah, I'd probably stay the same pretty much. Maybe bring Pearson in for Lees. And that's it.
Yeah, fair. I think I'm just looking at Millwall and they seem to play 4-2-3-1. They've got someone called Tom Bradshaw up front. Who's doing really well. Not my favourite Bradshaw though, if you ask me. But yeah, I think they're three behind. Well, he's threatening, obviously. But the three behind him are quite threatening. Yeah,
they're great, aren't they? Honeyman, what a signing! I love him. He's a great player. I mean, Fleming as well. What could have been?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at some of
God, yeah. Vog Sammer.
Bug Summer, yeah. Great name.
Saville, really solid player. They've just got a very good squad.
Yeah, and Murray Wallace too.
Murray Wallace. Look at who'd have thought that though. Who'd have actually thought from that Murray Wallace in League One that would have gone on to being a stapled quality Championship defender? Not me, to be honest.
Not me. Who would have thought? Well, so I'm wondering if he's gonna, if we think Warnock is gonna play. I mean, this is what I'd do, but if they're doing 4-2-3-1, I wonder if he might try and match him because he did do that against Burnley. I know that didn't turn out well, but I wonder if he's thinking that. So yeah, if that was the case, I think he will play Lees and Hellick, and he'd probably play Reg. But I'm with you actually. I'm gonna put Pearson in there with Hellick. Just try that out. Give Lees a rest.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we've got the international break after that, haven't we? So a bit of time to review. Yeah, keep Ruffles. I'd probably have Kasumu and Hogg as your two.
Yeah, I thought that as well. Kasumu. I like Kasumu. Good player. He's another one who just needs a bit of confidence. Really.
Agreed. And then I'd probably have Hungbo. I'd put Hungbo in for this. I'd probably give Radoni a rest, you know.
Yeah, maybe he needs to come off the bench, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd probably give Radoni a rest. Start Diarra, see how that goes, because Diarra can be very hot and cold, and you could always bring Radoni on if not. And then I'd probably give Karoma, and then I'd have. I don't know. Actually, Wardy can play left, can't he? I know he's a striker, so actually, I'm going to have Wardy as a left, but like when we attack, he basically joins up a two Waghorn. There we go.
Sounds very tactical, this, Brady.
Doesn't it? It's just me thinking on the spot. That's what it is.
That was a really good bit of podcasting. That me and you just
solid podcasting.
Like, and then put them here, and then them here.
Can we have 12 players? Because if so, yeah. So I've dropped Hogg in that as well. To be fair, but
fair enough.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'm the boss in this imaginary situation. Yeah. Anyway, match predictions, Tom. What are you going for?
You know what? Neil's going to frustrate. We're going to get a 0-0 draw out of this.
Yeah, I think it might be another 1-1. But I think Millwall will probably win this, if I'm being honest.
In reality, I think they'll beat us like 3-1. I mean, my mate Jack said 4-1, I think, in his prediction. I won't put it past them. Yeah. To be honest, Brady, let's see what these last three games have actually done to this team's belief.
Because the atmosphere will be big there, won't it?
We've competed. We have competed in the last three games against two very good squads. One team on the up under Pearson. So, let's see what our squad has about them. Do they believe that they can match this Millwall team? Let's hope so, because I think we've shown snippets. So, I'm going for that 0-0, but I wouldn't be surprised that it'd be 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I'm kind of hoping for a draw is Millwall have scored in every home game this year, 2023. So I can't see us keeping them out. But hopefully we can, a bit like, the Waghorn goal, like something and nothing. That's how I think we can score. So we'll say, who am I going to predict to score, actually? I'm going to go Jack. No, I'm going to go Hellick from corner. Even though they've got big lads, I feel like that's cool. All right. Well, Tom, before we go, you can tell we've been down. I think everyone else is feeling down. So let's cheer ourselves up with this week's Quaner's question.
A few things change, but also a lot of things are still the same.
So the Quaner's question this week is, what's one thing you've enjoyed this season? I enjoyed all the comments that were like, It's very hard to think of this. I think Daniel
Yeah.
Peckett, shout out Daniel, said this is the hardest question we've asked.
I think it is.
Yeah, it was tricky, but you know what? We need a little bit of positivity. I've got a hat with a little smiley face on.
Yeah.
So you know that I'm trying to bring the good vibes. A lot of shouts for Towelgate against Millwall. Funny enough, in the home game, that was great actually. I was at that game. That was a bit of fun, and I also personally enjoyed the Birmingham game. That was Warnock's first game in charge. That just felt fun. We've not had a lot of that this season, but we've got some lovely responses. I'm going to read out this one. So Folding Stuff actually gives us 4: Tino versus West Brom, the Black Kit, the Birmingham game, and Fish and Chips at Hull. That Tino game against West Brom, actually, yeah, he was 2 great goals, actually, weren't they?
Yeah, and that's the annoying thing with Tino, innit? You know that quality's there, and I mean he could have potentially made the difference this season, if we'd have had him fit for not even all those games that he's missed out on, but even just half of them. He could have been the difference for those games where it was really tight. The kit, I actually like most. I mean, the pink one's an interesting one, but I actually like the home kit, the away kit. That's a positive. And then
Probably
you can't.
like it, actually.
Yeah, I mean, are you wearing it today, or is that just
I'm
a
not
black
wearing
top?
it today. It's just a black top. So
I've got the black one as well, Brady.
yeah, look
and
at us grown
then
men with football shirts.
I know, and then fish and chips. Can't beat fish and chips, can you?
Yeah, like it. Jacob says getting Joseph Hungbo on loan, only player I've seen that actually looks championship level and has passion. Yeah, I think Hungbo's been really good actually. I think another championship club will probably give him a go, as we outlined in our retain list. But yeah, no, he's been good and positive. Like to see him on Saturday.
Yeah.
Jack, I really like this one. Sorry, that was what I was laughing. I was looking at some of the others that we've got. Because a lot of people were like, nothing, it's been rubbish. But this is a really nice one, actually. It made me smile. It's from Jackie Broadhead. She says, my nephew going to his first ever game thanks to the inclusion room, and we actually won it. I thought that was really sweet.
No, that's nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, Jackie, I'm glad you've had some positivity this season. And that's the thing, I know the results have been terrible, but it's about who you go with. And,
yeah, exactly.
Let's try and remember that in between the chaos on the pitch. Tom, what about you? What's been a positive thing you've enjoyed this season?
Well, I think that's what you just said, Brady, is a really good point. I know this is a horrible time at the moment, but you've got to remember that things won't be as bad and hopefully won't be as bad in a few seasons. And at the end of the day, you go to watch Town mainly for the community, the people you go with, that kind of thing. And I mean, I had the Stoke game at home, went with my uncle, Danny Schofield's, was it his first win? Mm-hmm. Really nice sunny day, a few pints. Did I meet you actually before that game as well? I think
you did, yeah. We went to the Vulcan, didn't we?
Just a great day.
Yeah, it's because I was with you.
Yeah, exactly. I think we went to Magic Rock after as well.
We did.
And yeah, just that is probably my highlight this season because, yeah, I've not been to many games, and that's the only one I've been to that we won.
Yeah, no, that was a good day actually. I enjoyed the Millwall game, as people touched on, and I did. I think there's a lot of theme here, but it's hope, and the Birmingham game was good for me because I think that's the first time in months at that stadium where I actually had a bit of fun, and I don't know, it was the relief. Like you could just sense the relief when that final whistle went, and that was a good day. But yeah, like things are a bit crap, but as James's dad always used to say, we'll go watch him whatever league they're in. And I think it's I'm not trying to be a happy clapper as people criticise, but there is a lot of things that are going wrong with this club at the moment, and it's frustrating, and you're right to be concerned. Me and Tom are very concerned as Town fans about, as I imagine you listeners are, like what's going to happen. But it's about who you go with. for me, and I think it's important to remember that when times are tough. And the town community. I know there's some awful things on Twitter, and we've seen them, but there are good things out there too. And I think it's important to remember that when times are tough. There you go.
Good little speech, that, Brady.
Thanks, Tom. Do
we have any more?
We do. We'll end on this one because this is what we call a fantastic segue. Joanne Foss says, Dark Arts Chocolate Orange at Magic Rock pre-game is my highlight of the season. That's really good, Joanne. Do you know who sponsors this podcast? Magic Rock Brewing. And don't forget, you can get 10% off all online orders with the code AHTTC10. So there you go. That was a nice little plug there. But no, that's good. That's a good one. Tom, before we wrap up, is there anything you would like to say to the town fans?
Absolute fair play to anyone who makes it to Millwall on Saturday, because even the tubes are in trouble. I think the station right next to the Den you can't get to, so it's one of those really stupid ones. So good luck to anyone who goes. Just enjoy it as much as you can.
Yeah, fair. And seeing as I'm in the mood for doing speeches, I'll say, thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks to Tom for coming on. Thanks to our sponsors that I've touched on already. And I'll leave you with this, which is, something I'm going to try and do, which is we're going to have a little international break after this Millwall game. So my advice to the listeners, you can choose to ignore it, but my advice would be I imagine we might see some stuff off the pitch between then and the next game, but let's just all have a bit of a break from town. Let's try and do things that make us a bit happy, not think about who's going to beat us or thrash us this week, what's going on and off the club. If anything does happen, I imagine we may have to do an emergency pod, but let's just all have a break before we come back into the last stretch of the season. So, just to take a little bit of time to not talk about the Terriers. I think we could all do with that. So I will leave it there. And to tar for now and up the town.
So town play up, bring the car back to Huddersfield.